Welcome to the Ever After cast, brought to you by Ever After Holidays. We're your hosts, Matty.
And I'm Laura.
Here to share magical adventures and unforgettable memories from Disney, Universal and beyond, together with our special guests.
Please note, all views and stories shared are personal to ourselves and our guests and may not reflect current park or destination operations.
So sit back, relax and let's begin today's adventure. Hello everybody and welcome to the next episode of the Ever After cast. This is episode 11, which is our Christmas special.
Yes.
Yay.
Feeling very festive today.
Yes, we're very festive. We have got, we've had for the last episode our Christmas tree up in the office as well. Me and Laura today, we are dressed in our Christmas best. And Laura, for those of you who are listening, not watching, you explain what you're wearing, Laura.
I've got my Jack Skellington Santa Christmas jumper. I think this was a Primark special at some point. And my reef ears from Disney Store.
Yes, and I am wearing I've just recently come back from Walt Disney World and I have got my Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party Spirit jersey on, and I've got the matching joggers that they were selling as well, which say on the side, I don't even know what they say. Something like Season's Greetings or something.
Merry place on earth. The merriest place.
The merriest place on earth.
It looks very comfy anyway.
It's very comfy. And do you know what? They're actually quite big because when I got them, I had to go take them back and get a smaller size.
Like that.
So yeah, so this is our Christmas festive episode, and I know that you're all probably at home. Many of you will have broken up for Christmas now because this will be airing on a Saturday. I can imagine that most of you finished work yesterday on the Friday. I believe we are open for a couple of days. We're going to be open for a couple of days before Christmas, before we shut. But today's all about the festive season. And we are going to talk about all things snowy, Christmassy, Disney and Universal related. And I think the best place to kick off this episode, obviously with it being a Christmas special, is just to talk about our first ever experiences at either a Disney, the first time you ever experienced the holidays at either a Disney or Universal destination.
Okay.
Do you want to lead or do you want me to go ahead?
Way back when. My birthday is in December and I wanted to go for my 18th to Walt Disney World, so nearly 20 years ago I'm talking about, but that was the first experience, I think. So yeah, beginning of December. I think we were actually there till about the 20th of December, but you're talking like 2000 and
20 years ago, like 2005, 2006,
something like that. Yeah, so yeah, long time ago. Lots has changed since then, and what they do for Christmas, obviously, it's been amped up over the years. But yeah, just remember going, seeing the trees, and can't even remember what was really going on. I just remember the Christmas merch, remember the Christmas decorations mainly. I think we did do Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, but honestly I can't remember if I did or not. I have done since, but I can't remember.
I really need to find out. I want to know, and I don't know this. When did Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party actually start?
I know.
We need to look at this. I can't believe I've never asked myself this before.
I definitely went in 2011 when I worked there. Definitely remember that, because I remember buying jumpers. I've still got that jumper, I love it, but it was like the first of like Christmas merch. I've just thought of something that I know we're going to go through, obviously, what we've got planned like for the episode, but I've just thought of something that they need to bring back and I miss so much at Christmas. The Osborne lights.
Oh no, but the thing is though, they haven't got the area in Hollywood Studios anymore.
Let us know in the comments if you remember the Osborne lights, if you were lucky enough to experience it, because oh my god, I mean, you can't get the same effect. You could always go to somewhere that decorates the street for Christmas, but sidetracked. I just remember that being, we definitely did that in 2006 or whatever, because I remember getting like my family was all there because it was my birthday. I remember that, but yeah, that was that memory in Hollywood Studios, seeing the Christmas trees. That's kind of what I remember. What about you?
My first experience of the holiday season was actually at Disneyland Paris. I must have been it was well into our Disney travelling journey, because we always used to travel in the summer. but this was Disneyland Paris, and I remember there was a group of us. There must have been about 13 of us, and it was Disneyland Paris Christmas season. I must have been about 14, and I don't remember a lot from it. I remember the Christmas tree in Main Street, USA. And I just remember how cold it was. And I remember
Paris gets cold.
I remember it snowed. And I remember
Real snow?
Real snow.
Oh, gosh.
I have been to Disneyland Paris quite a few times when there's been real snow.
Right.
The best time, I mean, I know this is going off Christmas, but it was February about 7 years ago. And we were staying in the Disneyland Hotel, and I woke up after our first night, and there was snow everywhere, and like the park had reduced operations and stuff, but we still went in because it was so beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's a rare occasion if you're there for snow.
Disneyland Paris looks stunning in the snow, and like even like the fountain outside Plaza Gardens had frozen, so all the icicles hanging off and stuff. Really nice. But that wasn't Christmas time. But this particular time we went for Christmas, and it was the first time I'd done a Christmas thing at any Disney park. It was Disneyland Paris. I was about 14, and all I can really remember was the Christmas tree, how wet it was because it was raining and snowing. So although I was saying how beautiful Disneyland Paris was in the snow, this wasn't a great experience for the snow because it was slush everywhere. And I remember my feet being cold. And I don't know if like maybe like that's what I think of it as well, because I was a grumpy teenager as well. Like maybe that's why I remember that. Like being
even Disney, you were grumpy. If you're a teenager, you're still grumpy.
You know, yeah, I was a really bad teenager, but that was my first experience of like Disney at Christmas, and I probably didn't appreciate it as much as I should have done at that age. But again, when you're a teenager, you know, that's what you can be like. But it was amazing. But obviously, as the years have gone by, I have gone to Disney World and Universal for Christmas and experienced what they do. And obviously, for those of you who aren't aware, all the Disney destinations around the world do celebrate Christmas, and Universal does as well.
And they usually start, I know Disney World, it's like mid-November. Paris was we actually went for the opening weekend of Paris recently for their Christmas, or like the festive season celebrations. But you want mid-November, I think you'd be pretty much. You used to be able to. I mean, I remember when it was like Halloween
into
Christmas.
November this year.
Yeah.
Because I think I did the Christmas party this year on the 12th of November.
Okay.
It might have been early.
So,
I think it was earlier than that.
Yeah.
I think it was the 11th we did the Christmas party this year, and it wasn't the first one.
No, it is usually like the first. If you can, a lot of people like doing that. Like you did like that like Halloween into Christmas, and it's usually around the first or second week of November. So I don't know about the other parks in the world, but that's kind of
Disney World usually
and into January maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
into January.
Way into January. So
I
even
think
if you
the last
go
Christmas party in Jollywood Nights is like early January, like the 3rd of January or something. I'm not 100% sure. But they do, Florida especially, they do events at Walt Disney World for the holidays. Like you've got Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, Jollywood Nights, which is new, which we'll talk about. And then Universal's got their own thing as well, which we'll talk about later. But they dress the parks, you have the Christmas trees, and it's not just Magic Kingdom that gets dressed for Christmas. Yeah. All of the parks are dressed for Christmas. Yeah. Even in the international parks, all of them get dressed for Christmas. So even I know the international parks like Tokyo Disney Sea gets dressed for Christmas as well as Disneyland.
They do a real big event, don't they, for Christmas?
They do their own things. California Adventure gets dressed for Christmas. Disneyland Paris and the Walt Disney Studios, soon to be called Disney Adventure World, you know, they get dressed for Christmas. It's basically a unified thing across all the theme parks. You'll find Christmas trees, everything to get everybody in the holiday spirit. Yeah. And Disney, like I said, I think Disney World is probably the earliest place to start it, but as far as I'm aware, Disney World's the only one that has the ticketed events, because with Disneyland Paris, like Halloween, like we spoke in the Halloween episode, Disneyland Paris used to do a paid Halloween event, and they don't anymore. It's pretty much Halloween every day, and you don't pay an extra price for it. Christmas in Disneyland Paris is the same. You don't pay for it, like an additional ticket. It's Christmas every day. Snow on Main Street every day. You know, they do the Christmas parade twice a day. So, you know, whereas what Disney World has the ticketed events, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, so we'll talk about that one.
Yeah, because I've not done it in years, so I think 20... Gosh, did I even do it that year? I did go back I went back for my 30th, so in 2018,
So it wasn't that long ago.
I think that's the last time I was there for a Disney Christmas, but I don't remember. I think the last time I did a very Merry Christmas party was 2011.
Yeah.
So it's
wow.
obviously changed since then. I'm sure it was then.
Yeah, I mean, those of you who listen to the previous podcast, Very Merry Christmas Party is similar to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, where it's the ticketed event. You get a different fireworks show, you get the Christmas shows, you get the Christmas meet and greets. Instead of trick-or-treating, you can go around and you can get like candies and treats.
Do they sell like cookies and hot chocolate? Is that
cookies, hot chocolate, apple cider, so all things like that, and you can go to different places around the park. Instead of trick or treat, that's what it is, and they give you them for free. And obviously you get the snow main street, special meet and greets as well. So like this year, for example, because I've just come back, those of you listening, literally I've been back about 3 days. It was like a mega trip, and if you follow me on Instagram, I'm still putting stuff on there from it. It was amazing. But the Christmas party, I haven't put anything on from that actually. I did put a story on, but I haven't put any reels on, but I will. But the Christmas party, it's similar to the Halloween one. They start letting the guests in at about 4 o'clock, 4:30.
Yeah.
If you've got a ticket for the event, if you haven't got a ticket if you've got a ticket for the event but not park entry, that's when they start letting you in. But the party doesn't start until 7.
Yeah.
And if you do have a park ticket for the day, you can just get your wristband inside the park for the Christmas party. And once the party's started, there's obviously all your meet and greets and the parade schedule, etc. But the meet and greets are really special because you find as well with the Halloween one, they've got all the characters with different outfits on. And I know that the Halloween party this year, which I haven't done this year at Disney, they did have Jack Skellington and Sally. They had them again for the Christmas one, but obviously Jack was dressed as Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And I'd heard some stories online about the queues being like 6 hours to meet him.
They usually are for Halloween. They are.
The Christmas one, it was because it's the new Jack Skellington as well. I was anticipating that, and I did see the queue at some points for like 2 to 3 hours. But when the Christmas party started, we pretty much got in line for that 45 minutes before the Christmas party started. No, it was even earlier than that because they were out earlier than that. It was about 6. It was about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and they were already letting guests meet and greet with them. So 45 minutes we waited to see Jack and Sally and Jack in his Christmas Santa Claus outfit, which was really good.
I mean, I did 4 hours for Halloween once to meet him, and I did meet him in Paris. In a different area. I think
Phantom Manor it is.
It's not there.
Really?
No, it's the back of, you know where the Lion King Theatre is?
Yeah.
Near the train station in Frontierland.
Why have they moved it?
Don't know. They still had Phantom Manor was closed when I was there. Don't know whether that had anything to do with it. But it looks like they've made a proper like a hut almost.
Oh, really?
With like presents and decorations and a Christmas tree. It's like a little like backdrop for Jack.
That must be new this year then, because I was in Disneyland Paris last Christmas, and Jack as Santa Claus was still outside Phantom Manor.
Right. No, the Phantom Mickey was there, and they had this because we were like, everyone was like, it's that Phantom, and I went and I was like, it's not, and then it was right at the other end, like at the back of there with this like proper but you had to get a virtual queue for it, and we managed to get one person on the virtual queue, and they were very kind and let us all in. I was only one, I think, who got a picture on my own. We all just did a group picture, and I got a picture because I'm like #1 fan. But that was the first time meeting Jack in his Santa Claus.
For everyone listening, this is, we obviously know a lot about Disney destinations and Universal and things, but if anyone ever claims to know everything, they don't, because things change all the time. Like, I didn't even know that Santa Claus Jack Skellington had moved over to his own area.
It's impossible to keep up with everything, though, isn't it?
You can't.
Yeah, because you've like focused just then on, you've been to Walt Disney World, like the up to date now of Walt Disney World, but you can't keep up everything changing unless you go into it. It's very hard to keep up with all the things.
But so we met Jack and Sally, and then I asked the cast member, I was like, I need to see Mickey and Minnie in their Christmas outfits. So I was like, what is the queue open for them? I was like, well, you can get in the line, but they won't be here until 7 o'clock when the party starts. Right. So I was like, I'm not waiting till 7 around here, because it was about 5:30. I need to crack on and do some things. And he did say to me, the cast member, he said, if you come back when there's a show on or one of the parades is on, then the queue should be smaller. He was right. I did go back. I think it was when one of the castle shows was on, and I went, and I think it took I think we were waiting for 20 minutes, wasn't very long at all.
That's really good for Mickey.
For Mickey and Minnie, yeah. Mickey and Minnie, yeah.
So they don't do, outfits. Like, is Halloween though, you can join the queue. We joined the queue at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, you could join the queue.
But they weren't meeting until 7.
They weren't going to start meeting until 7.
Right, so
Jack and Sally started earlier.
So, but maybe Mickey and Minnie don't then. So would you say that was still a benefit to do earlier? In the to do one early before the party starts, and then maybe go back then when
there's something going on that either you're not too fussed to see, like again we've spoke about in other episodes, prioritise what it is you want to do. Like I wasn't particularly, there was a castle show with Elsa and Anna, and I know I've said in a previous episode I'm not the biggest Frozen fan, so I wasn't.
Is that separate? Do they have one that's got
there's 2
Clarabelle
separate shows.
and all that sort of stuff?
The Clarabelle one, I was like, I need to see this because she does the Mariah Carey song, and she's really sassy. So I was like, but that one was on multiple times. The Frozen one was only on twice at the Christmas party, but like I said, I'm not fussed for Olaf and Anna and Elsa, so for me it was like I missed that, and I think that must have been when I was like, right, I'm going to go see, because that was only on twice as well. They were busier for people watching. And the Christmas parade this year, I actually saw both of them, but I wasn't intending on seeing both of them. I saw the first one by mistake because I was just in that area, and I came out, and when everyone's starting to sit down or stand up, and the cast members have got all the ropes up and directing you which way to go, I just thought, I might as well just wait here for another 15 minutes. So I actually stayed and watched it in that area, and then I did watch the later one as well. But they also have the character meet and greets around the park, so I really wanted to do Scrooge McDuck, but the queue was really big. I didn't. Normally I like to get a picture with Ariel and Eric, because Ariel and Eric are always outside Prince Eric's castle in New Fantasyland. I have done that before, but Eric wasn't there when I got round, and I thought, well, I won't bother with that then, because the line was big, and I thought, it's Ariel. I love Ariel, don't get me wrong, as everyone knows.
But
I was like, Ariel's, I wanted it with Ariel and Eric wasn't there, so I thought, if I come back past later and he's there, then I'll get in line. But, if people just want to queue for Ariel, I'll let them queue for Ariel. She knows who I am. I won't queue alone for that. But, so that, in a nutshell, that's pretty much what the Christmas party is. And obviously I did that this year. Not much was different from the last time I did it, which was 2 years ago, not last year, the year before, because last year we went in September and did the Halloween party. But not much had changed this year apart from the new Jack Skellington. Good thing about the Christmas parties as well, because most people are coming to these parties and they want to experience the parades and the shows and the characters in the unique festive outfits. The queues for the attractions are a lot smaller.
They still have the rides up and running, don't they?
The rides are still up and running and everything. And like Tron Light Cycle Run was 30 minutes most of the night, which is great. It's normally an hour plus. Tiana's Bayou Adventure, this is quite funny actually. So that particular day, before it got dark, because it was getting dark at about, I want to say about 5 o'clock, 5:30 every evening, maybe a little bit earlier, we went on Tiana's Bayou Adventure before the Christmas party started, and I said to Richard, I was like, look, we probably won't get really wet because, because this particular day as well, just like, Florida, the whole time we was there, it was like 34 days we was in Florida. There was 4 days in total where it was really cold. And this particular day for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas party, it was really cold, to the point where you'll see on Instagram if you've looked at my pictures, I had a fleece on, I had trousers on.
Does it feel weird? I've never been, though it's been that cold.
Yeah, a few times when I've been in November, I've had that, where they have a cold front. And I've been before where there's been ice on the car in the morning and stuff in November. But then a few days, 2 days later, it was back to 30 degrees. But this particular day it was cold, and we had our fleece and everything on, our fleeces on, and we went on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and I was like, oh, they'll turn the water splash down because it's cold and this, that and the other. And this was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and the sun was still out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, and I was like, let's go on it. So we went on it, and I was like, oh, we'll be fine, we've got our fleeces on. I'd done my hair nice that day because I was like, I want all the photos for the Christmas party. We got wet. We got wet. and my hair was ruined. And if anybody wants to look on Instagram, I've just said, you'll notice earlier on in the day that day, my hair was done all nice, and then at the Christmas party, I've got a cap on because my hair got ruined on Tiana's bio-adventure, and I didn't want to go back to the hotel.
You can't risk it.
So I'm never risking it again because I know they can control the water.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. Yeah.
But yeah, so that kind of like got us a bit wet, but we did dry off. But yeah, the Christmas party was great. And then obviously, Jollywood Nights is the other new. That's
so that
only
started a couple of years ago, didn't it?
Yeah, this year was the third year they've done it.
Third year, okay.
So I did go to the first year they'd ever done it, and I loved it. And it does feel like that's more catered for adults.
Okay, and that's at Hollywood Studios, isn't
Hollywood
it?
Studios, yeah. It does feel like that's catered more towards adults than it is, say, the Very Merry Christmas Party, which is probably more child-friendly. I'm not saying it's not child-friendly, Jollywood Nights, but the characters they have out are more like your older kind of Disney characters that younger children might not really know.
Like who?
Like Max as Powerland from Goofy Movie.
Yeah.
What's his name? What's he called from Pinocchio? Jiminy Cricket.
Oh, yeah.
You know, those types of characters that are a bit more like nostalgic for older guests.
Yeah.
And obviously the Muppets as well. Like they've got the show, the Christmas variety show, which has got Belle's in it in her Christmas dress. Mickey and Minnie were obviously in it. But it's Miss Piggy and Kermit that host it.
Yeah.
And obviously there hasn't been a Muppet movie for a good like 5, 6, 7 years now, I don't think. So for younger children, they might not be familiar with the Muppets, and they've got a big presence there at it. And obviously the Tower of Terror there, they have something called the Twilight Soiree, which is like, we spoke about this, why they don't just build a bar or something or a lounge in the Tower of Terror, I do not know. But basically, the exit to the attraction outside the shop, they set a stage up and have a jazz band with a singer playing 1920s style Christmas songs. And then there's a bar where you can get, there's a lot of alcoholic drinks you can buy at Jollywood Nights. So you kind of get the gist, it is more of an adult kind of, because the Tower of Terror has like a musical display on it as well. With songs.
Because they used to do that for free, didn't they?
They still do it for free.
Do they?
Yeah,
okay.
So
it's like a projection, isn't it? On
so even if they're not doing Jollywood Nights, they still did that this year.
Good.
With the snow on Hollywood Boulevard and stuff as well. And this year, for the first time at Jollywood Nights, they did have Bing Bong for meet and greet.
Okay.
And I've seen Bing Bong at
he?
Pixar Place at California Disneyland. Because that was, at that point when I went, the only place in the world where you could meet and greet with Bing Bong. But he was at Jollywood Nights, that was exclusive for this year. And they also had Duffy dressed in his Santa outfit as well.
Cute.
So, yeah, and then they've got the gingerbread man, which is the mascot. I can't remember Ollie. He's called Ollie.
Yeah.
So they've got all the merch for him and everything on the Spirit jerseys, of course, which I had to get. I'll tell you what I did notice.
But I see that, I'm like, what, they've made a character out of nowhere.
But it's really cute.
I know it is really cute, but instantly I'm sold. I'm like, well, I need everything with him on.
And for me, like the gingerbread man as well, like it reminds me of my late grandma who passed last year, you know, because she used to make gingerbreads. Everybody knew her for a gingerbread, so to me it's like special for that as well. And what I did notice though is that what I liked, the ears that they've got for the Jollywood Nights ears, they're like the gingerbread with Ollie and the bow that's on it looks like frosting, but the bow's detachable.
That's good. Yeah.
So that if you don't want the bow on it, which I wouldn't want to wear the bow, some people might want to, but I personally wouldn't. You can take it off and still wear the Ollie ears, which was really nice. And then they had a Muppets Miss Piggy and Kermit pin exclusive as well.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, the merch was good.
They have like snacks, like special snacks at that event as well.
Yeah, it's very, very. The best way to explain it is it's a little bit like Food and Wine Festival. Okay. But it's not about international foods or anything. It's like every area has got like unique snacks and drinks, and they're all holiday inspired. Apart from over at Tower of Terror, they're all like inspired by the Tower of Terror itself. Like I think one of the drinks was called the Fifth Dimension, and that's my favourite area of Jollywood Nights, put it that way. Yeah. But it does feel like it's geared more towards an older Disney fan.
Yeah.
Like, and even noticed that there wasn't a lot of children, really. There was a ratio, more adults to children. But people as well, do you know when they do like the Dapper Days at the Disney Castle parks, like at Disneyland, and they do it at Magic Kingdom? A lot of guests were dressed in like 1920 style clothes at
or
Jollywood
50,
Nights.
or like the kind of
like 50s.
It'd be a really cute like date night, wouldn't it? Like a holiday date night. Like
there was a lot of guests dressed up like that for Jollywood Nights. And the first time I went, my outfits were just not great for this trip that I've just been on, because I've been so busy with work before I travelled. The last night before I went was just a nightmare. I did a 14-hour shift the day before I went. Didn't have time to think about my clothes, which I normally do, and I'm really ashamed of myself. But the first time I did Jollywood Nights, I tried to dress like that, like, because I could see from online other people what they were dressing like. So first time I went, it was cold. The first time I ever did it as well. This time was hot. But I wore like a Christmas shirt with Grogu on. You couldn't tell it had Grogu unless you looked, and like Christmas baubles, and like some high-waisted trousers with some suspenders, or whatever they're called. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
And then like a big tartan coat with a flat cap with my boots. That's what I wore the first time. It was really warm on this one, but I did still wear a shirt, and I still wore some smart shorts and some smart shoes. I wish I took my flat cap to wear, because my hair was just a mess because of the heat. But yeah, you find guests dress up like that. But it feels more of an adult kind of Disney experience.
And Hollywood Studios gives that very vintage. Their decorations are very vintage Hollywood like, aren't they, anyway, compared to like the classic kind of decorations at Magic Kingdom.
And like at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, you got a free gift. We got a free Christmas bauble as we were leaving the park. And Jollywood Nights, the first one I did, you got a free Jollywood Nights coaster. Right. This year they were giving away a Jollywood Nights Christmas decoration as well. Nice. And that was nice, because the one that you got at Magic Kingdom was just given to you in a bit of bubble wrap. The one at Jollywood Nights was given to you a really nice like green velvet little pouch that said Jollywood Nights in silver on it, which was nice, which you would want to keep in itself
like
anyway.
A special map as well and stuff.
Yeah, there was a special map and everything. To be honest, I brought loads of them back with me, so when the episode's finished, you can have a look at them if you want, and it'll show where all the snacks are and everything, and the characters, rare characters and things. But yeah, that's Jollywood Nights and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. If any of you listening or watching have ever done it, you know, let us know what your thoughts on them. Which do you prefer, if you've done Jollywood Nights and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party? Yeah, because it's hard to choose. Like, I think my next trip, because my next trip that I'm planning to do, I probably only have one day to do either. So to do either of those two, so I wouldn't know which one to choose. I would probably, if I had to pick out the two, I would pick Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Okay. Only because,
if you want that real Christmas feeling.
It's like a proper, the Christmas shows. I'm not sick because they've got the Muppet Show and everything, but they've got the snow still.
Thought of something. Do they still have the Jack Skellington show? With the big...
Yes.
With the big puppet?
Yes, where at?
Hollywood Studios. It's in the Frozen sing-along.
Oh yeah, it's the overlaid. So at Jollywood Nights, the Frozen sing-along was overlaid to the Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
But it was it was one of those things where I was like, I didn't need to do it.
Because you've done it.
Because I've done it.
Yeah. So they need to be bringing out different. Obviously, you'll have the things that you want to like
they
repeat
have added
and
new
do.
characters
You choose to watch the Muppet Show, wouldn't you? Over like the Jack Skellington thing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So yeah, it's kind of prioritising.
But that's the same as it was when it started as well. And I do feel like they might need to start changing things up a bit to get guests going back, because the Jollywood Nights ticket, I think, was more expensive than the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
I saw this year as well, they had Chewbacca.
Yes, they did. In his Life Day. Yeah. Is that what it's called?
I think
Life
so,
Day?
yeah.
I mean, I like Star Wars, but I'm not...
It's a very, like, cult classic, like, Star Wars cheesy, like, holiday thing, isn't it? So if you like, I think...
I didn't see him, but I did go into Ogre's Cantina for a drink.
Oh yeah.
And I went past the Millennium Falcon to see if I could see him, and I didn't see him.
Oh, right.
But they did have out at Jollywood Nights, do you know the tiny little robots that they've been showing online, and you've seen a lot of videos? They're really small, they've got like 2 legs. They're like little dogs.
Yeah.
They were out.
Right.
They were out and about. on Jollywood Nights in Galaxy's Edge.
Did they have any like Santa hat or anything, or they just were they festive?
I videoed them. I can't remember if they had a Christmas hat or anything, but it would have to be canon to Star Wars, so I can't imagine they'd have had a Christmas hat on. But it was really good. I really enjoyed it. You know, it's just an extra thing. I think they should do something in every park, like ticketed event for Christmas, because it might disperse the crowds a bit more as well. But Epcot does Festival of the Holidays.
I love Epcot is great at Christmas time. I've done that quite a bit.
That's not a ticketed event either. No. It's like food and wine.
Yes. So Festival of the Holidays, is it?
Festival of the Holidays.
So I remember definitely doing a lot of that in 2018. And because it was the first year, or one of the first years, where they did the cookie stroll, which I loved. It was very basic then. They still do that, don't they? The cookie stroll, where you get the book and you get the stamps, and that was really fun to do. And obviously the Father Christmas.
Yeah, because
in the UK, they have all the different storytellers, don't they?
Yeah, storytellers, and they have like Belle in her Christmas dress, and
the only thing that's an extra ticket is the candlelight procession. Is that a part of like a dinner package they do still?
I believe so, but to be honest with you, I can't say I'm 100% sure because it's not something I would really be interested in doing.
No, it's basically it's someone. They usually get a celebrity narrator, and they go through the story of Christmas, I assume, and they have a choir behind them.
The Festival of the Holidays starts a lot later than the Christmas parties and Jollywood Nights, because we were there at Disney World between the 8th of November and the 20th of November. And we left to get on the Disney Destiny on the 20th, and at Epcot it was still Food and Wine Festival.
Oh, so it must start
so
like
the changeover was while we was on the Destiny, and because we literally one day randomly in Epcot, the Eat to the Beat thing, we was looking at Spaceship Earth from next to where the show is, where they do a candlelight procession. We could hear someone singing. I was like, well, sounds like a Jordan Sparks song. And then, oh, she's good. And then we went and looked at it was Jordan Sparks.
I love that.
I think she's called Jordan Sparks.
Yeah. She sings the Treasure song.
Yeah, and is she the one where she sings, I can't sing, but when it's like, I feel no air. Yeah, it was her. Yeah. And she was brilliant. And we just caught the end of that. And I know that's not to do with Christmas, but I just make a point that they start the Festival
so if you
of
want
the Holidays
everything
later.
Christmas in every part,
needs to go later,
yeah.
Late in November that started. I can't remember what date it exactly started, but it wasn't.
And Epcot is lovely. I do love Epcot at Christmas. I think it's a real, especially seeing, you've got the story, you've got Father Christmas in the UK pavilions, that he comes out ringing his bell and talking to everybody about the story of Christmas, and you've got them all in the different countries and the traditions that they have and stuff.
They've started putting the Christmas decorations up though, even though it had not started. So the big Christmas tree was up in front of World Showcase and everything. All of the decorations were pretty much out. They'd just not switched to Festival of the Holidays.
Do you remember that archway leading into World Showcase back in the day that used to dance? They used to that changed. It was like a big light archway. You're talking 20 years ago.
I don't remember. If you're talking Epcot vintage, the first thing that comes to my head is Barbie's World.
I knew you were going to say that. Barbie's World.
Yeah, but I don't.
That's all you remember, isn't it, from Epcot? It's literally.
When I was a kid, I didn't like Epcot. It's only as I've gotten older, I've started to appreciate it a lot more. But yeah, they had all the Christmas decorations up in Epcot and everything, but they'd not started it. And I knew it had not started because when you're going in Epcot, the front entrance, whatever festival they've got on, they have the signage for it. Do you know, on the garden bit before you get to Spaceship Earth, and it was still Food and Wine Festival.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know what date, but Epcot have the Festival of the Holidays, and it is good because, I can't remember what they call it, but if you are where the Mexico Pavilion is, but before that, on the lagoon area, and they've got that circular building,
Odyssey.
Is that what was it called?
The Odyssey.
The Odyssey. Every year in the Festival of the Holidays and with Food and Wine Festival, they changed the theme of it. So the last time, not last year, the year before, when we were there for Festival of the Holidays, and that was changed into Muppet Labs.
Yeah. Mabika and what's the professor called?
Professor something, I don't know, the green one. And was that? No, that was for Food and Wine Festival. No, I'm getting it completely wrong. I'm so sorry. We were there for the crossover that year, and it was Muppets, and then it changed, and Santa's sleigh was in there, and that's where you could meet like what you would consider our Santa, the Coca-Cola Santa. That's where you could meet him.
Because they have Santa and Mrs. Claus in the American Pavilion.
Yeah, they have different ones. They have different ones for the different countries.
Yeah.
So, like France has theirs, and in the French...
Père Noël, whatever he's called.
Do they call them what they are? So it's like they each have their own Santas, and...
it is lovely. Because they look like they're just,
And the drinks are always really Christmassy. I remember we were there that particular year, and Richard got a beer from the Africa Pavilion, and it was because our American friend was with us with some of her friends, and her American friend had said, you need to try this beer from the Africa Pavilion because it does just taste like Christmas in your mouth. A beer. And it's an African beer.
God.
So he had that, and it did, and I tried it, and it did taste like Christmas in your mouth. And I do like the way that all of the drinks are the change to the holidays, and it is really nice.
Epcot's always changing and new things.
I think it's great though that like Epcot, like with not just Festival of Holidays, but Food and Wine and Festival of the Arts. These aren't paid ticketed events. It's just something that Epcot does, and it encourages customers and guests to want to go back to the park again and again and again. And that's why I think that with like Jollywood Nights and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, whilst especially Very Merry Christmas Party is spot on, they've got it to a T. I think every year they might need to change it up a bit to encourage guests to want to go back again and again. A little bit like what Universal do with Halloween Horror Nights. And I know that's completely different to Christmas, but it's different every year. So they're going to get customers wanting to do it every year, whereas I think with Very Merry Christmas Party, someone might do it one year and think, right, I'm not bothered to do it for another few years because I've done it. Change it up. People want to do it time and time again. So I do think that maybe that might be a thing.
Do they still do, like, if you're there for like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, they run a parade anyway? On a normal, obviously you have to be there on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
They do that. And not only that, when we were there this year, the first day we got off the Disney Treasure, we went over to Magic Kingdom, and they were filming the ABC Holiday Special, and the park was really busy because that day and the day after, they were doing the Christmas party parade during the day.
Right.
They only do it on a night, obviously for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. So you've seen it in the darkness and it's all lit up. Because it was really busy, and a lot of other guests I was speaking to were basically saying, well, we're not going to pay to go to the Christmas party, but we like the Christmas parade, so we'll come when they're filming the holiday special because we can see it and we don't have to buy a ticket for it.
Right.
So we got to see that day. They had all these big like television crews set up in front of the castle and everything, and they were filming it, and we saw, forgive me if I get a name wrong, this singer, BB Rexa or something. I didn't know it was. Richard had to tell me it was. I didn't have a clue it was. You know, I'm like old school. I still like Steps and Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, and I do not change what I like. I like what I like. So I didn't know who it was. But she was like singing, and then she'd stop singing, and you could tell they were like filming it.
Right.
And then I don't know the actress's name, but the lady who does the voice of Judy Hopps in Zootopia, she was there that day as well. I believe California, they did something as well, and Gwen Stefani was there.
I saw that one.
There was a few celebrities around anyway those few days, and it was 2 days, but they did both those days when they were filming the holiday special, they did the parade as just during the day, and guests could enjoy it without having to buy a ticket like they do for Christmas and Christmas Day and Christmas Eve, which I think is really nice, really. And but it was busy. And but it was an experience like I'd never seen them filming anything like that in Magic Kingdom before, and they put a lot of work into it. But people had specifically come to the park as well just to watch them film it.
Yeah. I probably would if I heard there's cameras and something was going on. Makes it a bit different, doesn't it? I'd go down and have a look. Yeah,
it's on YouTube now as well, streaming.
Okay.
Disney have already put it on. The holiday special.
Let's have a look at it.
And so that's basically Disney World at Christmas. And then Have you done Universal for Christmas?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So when did I do it, mate? Well, the last time I did it was probably 2022 on that work trip. So it was a Universal based.
You went on a familiarisation trip, didn't you? With Universal?
And that was that we did the Grinch show, and obviously Grinch is their big kind of IP, isn't it, for Universal?
Christmas, yeah.
But the Macy's Day Parade. Now I did do that as well in probably 2011, probably when I went for my 18th as well. Around that time, I don't think we must have done Universal in 2018 as well. Yeah, but I remember we did it for the work trip. I think we had better viewing areas because we were obviously with tour guide, the Universal tour guides, VIP experience. Yeah, and I'd love that. I did love the Macy's Day because I'd love to see that in New York one day. But they do that really well. So the big giant balloons and everybody's pulling them and doing all that, and obviously the Christmas.
They have the big trees and everything at Universal like they do at Disney, and they decorate their parks as well. And I've done Universal Christmas numerous times, but I know you was just talking about the Macy's parade at Universal. All the times I've been to Universal at Christmas time, never watched it. Never watched it, and I watched it on this trip.
Right.
Because we did the... and I did this 2 years ago, but it was different this year. It's basically the Universal VIP holiday tour. Mm-hmm. And it's really inexpensive. I think it's about $130, something like that.
That's
and last time I did it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago. And they used to do it on a night time. Mm-hmm. And started about 6 o'clock. But now it starts at 12 o'clock. Between 12 and half 12, midday. And what they do with that is they take you... First of all, they take you to go see the Grinchmas show, where they've got it's basically a retelling of the Grinch.
Yeah, it's so good. It's really definitely cute. Worth doing that.
And they've got all the Who's, which I mean, the noses creep me out a bit.
It's very good, mate. It looks real, doesn't it?
It looks real.
Very good makeup.
Do you know when I was watching the show? I'm not going to lie, I was actually watching it and I was looking at their noses, thinking why can't I see the lines where they've stuck it on? And
how are they breathing?
And in my how are they breathing, and singing? And then I was like, well, how are they sticking it on? Have they got a bit of tape there on the bridge of the nose? And I was just thinking things like that.
Yeah, because surely how did they keep it on all day? Did they have to get it in?
You're watching this beautiful show and it's really good, and I'm sat there thinking, how did they get those noses and how do they stay on? Why don't it fly off? And you know, but it's a really cute little show, and the Grinch is in it, and Max the dog is in it, and it's a real dog. Yeah. And that's really cute. And then what they do after that, this is based on what it was this year, not what it was previously, because it differed previously. But then and you have a VIP seating area, so you get a really good seat. And then they take you after that, you go into the park, and what do we do after that? We then went to go meet Santa.
Okay.
And basically, if you've done Halloween Horror Nights RIP, there's an area above Jimmy Fallon where they sometimes take you for a cocktail or something. It's basically up there, and they decorate it all in Christmas trees, and Santa's there for you. You have a one-on-one meet and greet with him, and it's really good. He's a really good Santa. And he was asking me where I was from, and straight away I was like, oh, hi there, you all right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, are you okay, Santa? And he was like, yeah. And so where are you from? I was like, Yorkshire in the UK. And he was like, oh, ho, ho, well, over there they call me Father Christmas. Oh. You know, and it was really good. And the hashtag bear was literally outside of there. As well, so I had a picture of the hashtag bear. That was funny, but that wasn't supposed to be part of the toy. He was just there in the corridor, so he stayed.
He's always there around.
Oh, really?
No, I mean, he always seems to be when I'm there, he's always popping up somewhere.
Normally at the window or something, but he was actually walking around. Fab. And then after that, they took us. We got to go on Minions. Didn't even queue. They took us on that. They took us around the park and were teaching us about the holiday decorations and about. Is it Gavin the Squirrel it's called?
Oh.
Is it Gavin?
No.
It begins with G.
Does it? Oh, no.
I can't remember the squirrel's name, but basically, cut a long story short, there's this squirrel that they have as a bit of an icon now at Universal for the holidays.
They hide him in the tree. And they did it it's just as a little...
Yeah, he pops out. They hide him in the tree, and it's called Gavin or something, or Gary, or... I've got it on my phone.
He's everywhere now. He's even
everywhere
in Epic.
In the holidays.
You know, in the holiday store in Epic, they've got a little thing.
Do you know why though? But I'm going to tell you the story.
Go on then.
And all the people listening, why they hide this little squirrel in the tree.
Yeah.
So one year, they were doing this thing where they were lighting the tree, where Santa lights the tree, and the lights won't come on. And when they investigated, they found that this little squirrel had made a home in the Christmas tree and had chewed through the Christmas tree lights and
like
got
a real
electrocuted.
squirrel, obviously.
Yeah, and obviously, unfortunately, was frozen in time, and he had the Christmas tree lights in his mouth. So they gave him a nickname. Yeah. So they gave him a nickname, and now when it pops out the tree, the squirrel, he's got the lights in his mouth.
R.I.P. Gavin. And it's not called Gavin.
I think it's called Gavin or something. I can't remember the name. But he's like a mascot now, and they have merch with him. And I even met like the actual squirrel, like Mickey Mouse kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
They've got the character.
I had a meet and greet with it on the holiday tour.
Yeah, they've got he's everywhere. Oh my God, that's going to really cute. Annoy. You've got the Gavin in my head now, and it's not.
Hang on a minute, I've got my phone here, right?
I need to guess though. I need to guess.
I'm going to tell you because I've actually got my phone on me,
Tell me if it begins with G.
I'm sure it begins.
And then if
with
it doesn't,
G.
I'll think of something else.
I'm on my phone now, so everybody listening, just bear with me while I check my phone because I had a photo with this squirrel. Here we go. Here he is.
Don't tell me. What is it? Wait, don't tell me. Is the beginning? It begins with.
It's not even Gavin.
No, what does it begin with?
E.
E. Don't tell me. Oh God. E.
Yeah, do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
L. E-A-R-L. It's called L the squirrel. Where the hell did I get Gavin from? Or Gary the squirrel?
Gary.
But anyway, so he's
Earl
like
the
this
squirrel.
mascot.
Earl the squirrel.
That's it. L the squirrel. I say L. The American way of saying it, we were like Earl the squirrel.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
That's how we have to remember.
It's like, so Earl the squirrel.
I wouldn't have thought of Earl.
No,
you threw me with Gavin.
I mean Gary. So they were teaching us all about that, and they took us on a bit of a tour and things. Then we went to the ABC commissionary, I think it's called, or something. Not like the one in Walt Disney World, but it's basically like an ABC thing.
The Today Show thing?
No, it's next to, it's near where the Monsters makeup thing is, and it's not opposite, but it's behind that, and it's like it's like a conference room thing that they've got.
Okay.
And you go there and they've got food, like a buffet thing on thing. It's all like holiday inspired. And
this is really good for £130.
Yeah,
$130.
honestly, it's really the universe. Like I was telling you in the previous episode with my 6-hour tour, Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
That was like great. This tour was nearly 6 hours long.
Wow.
This holiday tour.
And food included.
And food included as well.
And seeing Santa.
Yeah,
Instead of queuing to meet Santa.
Well, then after we'd had the food, we then had the meet and greet with the Grinch and the Max the dog. And I did this the first time that I did it. I actually... Home Bargains here in the UK always sells like some really good Grinch stuff.
Yeah.
So I bought before I went away like a Grinch Rubik's Cube, some Grinch socks, some earrings, a wind-up toy, some Grinch sweets, and some other bits and pieces. And I had like a holiday gift bag, and I put everything in it. I took it to Florida with me. Bear in mind, this was at the end of my trip. It was on the last few days of my trip, so I've been carrying this around here, there, and everywhere. Anyway. Like first time I ever did the meet and greet with the Grinch, I did the same thing because I found that giving the Grinch the gift, you got a really good interaction with him.
Yeah.
And I did, and he opened up all the presents while I was there, and he was interacting. He was sat down with me. He got up out the chair with me, and I was sat talking to him for a good 12-15 minutes.
He's a real,
which is brilliant.
That's like an extra special meet and greet doing that, but he is a great character and great like banter and stuff.
Because the actual meet and greet in Islands of Adventure at Zeus Landing can reach like 300 minutes.
It's a very popular
really
thing to
popular.
do. That
so
time of
it's
year.
a really good thing to do this holiday tour with Universal, to not just experience the meet and greet with the Grinch, but to do all the other things. And then Max the dog, because it's a real dog, and they let you in and you can pet him, you can sit right next to him. He's got the antler. Oh God, such a good behaved dog. Like he was just sat there, he sat still, let you stroke him. Then he was having a little sniff and a lick of my cheek. Really, really cute.
Did you not bring him home with you?
I know. And
do you have to have your park ticket as well?
Yes, you have to have a theme park admission ticket on top of. So it's not like Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party or Jollywood Nights where you can go in without theme park admission. you've got to have the theme park admission to go in. But if you've got your 14-day ticket for Universal and you're going over if you're going from the UK and you're at Universal, you're going to have your 14-day Universal ticket anyway, so it shouldn't really matter. But then after that, and this was at the end of the tour, there were some other things we did. There was so much, but we got a VIP viewing area for the Macy's parade, and obviously I'd never seen it, so I videoed it all. Loved it. I loved
Where
the balloons.
Where was the VIP area?
So do you know where Minions Street is? And they've got all the Minions, and opposite that is where they've got that big grass area with a big stage area, and then Rocky Roller Coaster used to be behind it. It's literally, it's the opposite side of the street to the Minions Street.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a big area, and I literally sat on the curb right at the front. And what was nice about that VIP area, everyone just stayed sat down. Everyone else on the street stood up. Everyone in that VIP area just sat down.
Like Tokyo?
Like Tokyo, yeah. And it was really nice because everyone had a really good view.
Nice.
And do you know what? I could not believe how many floats were in that parade.
Yeah.
And so many like dancers.
And the people who were doing have to like learn how to move and walk it and stuff. Yeah, I'd love to do that.
It was really,
I'd love to do that one day. I don't think they hire obviously professionals, but I know like when they do the Mardi Gras parade, you can go on the floats and throw the beads. I'd love to do that as well. Yeah, you can somehow. I don't know how you get in and do it, but you can be on the floats. And I was like, oh, I want to do that.
It was really good, and the balloons were great, and obviously they're not as big as the ones they have in the real Macy's parade.
But you've got like the Shrek Dragon, I think. You've got like all the.
There wasn't the Shrek Dragon. Oh no. No. Oh, no. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, so that might have been gone then. Because Shrek's obviously kind of gone.
There was loads of floats and balloons, and Santa was at the end as well. Yeah. But that was brilliant, and it's worth mentioning as well, like, just with regards to, they do the Macy's parade anyway, so that's not exclusive to this holiday tour. So like Universal doesn't have like Disney does, like you've got to pay an extra ticket to experience the holidays at Universal. This was just a holiday tour, VIP holiday tour, where you got exclusive meet and greet with the Grinch and VIP viewings and stuff. And for the extra like $130, whatever it was, it's not bad, and it includes food.
Yeah, I think that's quite good with food and included.
Because you can easily spend like $30 plus per person in a quick service for food, and then you're getting like preferred seating areas and not having to queue to meet the Grinch and stuff. So that was really good, and I have done that twice now, and I've got to say, each time it's brilliant.
Yeah,
been
sold.
Brilliant.
I want to do
it to anybody.
yeah.
And then also moving away from the parks in Orlando specifically, the hotels dress for holidays.
The next level.
All of them.
Yeah.
Disney and Universal. But I just want to mention quickly before we go back to Disney, especially the Disney hotels, the Universal hotels as well. Epic Universe. So I saw Epic Universe dressed for Christmas, and obviously this is the first time that Epic Universe has been dressed for the holidays.
Yeah, so what was it? What did they do?
Obviously, like, it was, Mario World wasn't dressed for Christmas.
Okay.
Because it's Mario World, and you know, I think that the IPs have to stick to what brand guidelines they've got. Isle of Berk wasn't dressed for the holidays either. Dark Universe wasn't dressed for the holidays, of course, because the monsters are not going to be celebrating Christmas. And but the Harry Potter area was dressed for the holidays.
They do really use that Harry Potter IP.
And they do in the films.
For Christmas. And yeah, it has parts of Christmas in as well, doesn't it?
So the Harry Potter area was dressed for Christmas, which was lovely, but Celestial Park was all decorated for the holidays, as was the entrance to Epic Universe. But it was like, it wasn't in your face, because Epic Universe is such a beautiful park anyway. It doesn't really need that much else to it. But a lot of it was just like reefs around the top, because there's a lot of lights anyway, and if you've been and you've seen the light show they do every night at 10 o'clock, you'll know what I mean. Adding some extra Christmas lights is not really going to make a difference to Epic Universe, because it's already beautiful on a night time anyway. So that was really nice to see. And then the Helios, I know we're going to go into the hotels dressed for Christmas, but the Helios as well, that was dressed for Christmas inside as well. The tree was beautiful in the, you know, when you go in the Helios and you've got the big star chandelier in the reception area, the tree was sat under that, and they had like reefs everywhere. But that was beautiful. but all the hotels dress for Christmas.
Yeah.
All the Universal ones do. And they're always beautiful.
I know, I'm such a fan of touring around the hotels. And no matter if you're in Universal or you're in Disney, like doing the hotel, just to see, especially this time of year. Sorry, at Christmas time of year, like it's just...
The trees as well, and goes for Universal as well as Disney. The trees in the hotels are usually decorated with things that fit in with the theme of the property, if that makes sense. So like, it's hard to explain. Like Caribbean Beach, although it's a Christmas tree, it's still very Caribbean-y, and it has like pineapples and palm tree decorations and stuff like that, and it's all quite bright colours.
Animal Kingdom Lodge will have like the African-inspired decorations. Wilderness Lodge.
I'd say Wilderness Lodge is probably one of the most beautiful Christmas trees.
Yeah, if you can spend an afternoon there just for a little break, it's so Christmassy.
So like obviously like all the hotels dress really. Well, I remember when I was there recently and you kept texting me, get Christmas tree photos, get Christmas tree photos. And to be honest with you, Laura, pretty much nearly every Christmas tree I passed, I got a photo or a video of. I've got them on my phone. But all the resorts are beautiful and they're all different. And Wilderness Lodge is probably one of the most beautiful. But it's worth mentioning, especially for the Disney resorts, they didn't have it this year, by the way, the gingerbread house at Grand Floridian. It wasn't there.
So is that because of the construction?
Yeah, it's because they were building the new bar. I did have a drink at it.
Is it nice?
It's a beautiful bar.
Okay.
It's very reminiscent of the bear cage that used to sit there.
Okay.
The giant bear cage in the lobby at the Grand Floridian.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was called. But we did have a drink in there. But that's why they haven't done it. But they did have, at the other Disney resorts, gingerbread things like at Boardwalk. And,
so basically they have, if you've not seen it before or never been that time of year, the Grand Floridian, they build this gingerbread house. It's been going for years now. Yeah. I think it's actually, I did probably first saw it in 2011, but it's been, I think it was out then, I'm not sure actually. I took loads of pictures and stuff.
They've been doing it for years.
For years, yeah. Now they say, it used to just be the display and then they started selling stuff, so now you can buy Christmas ornaments from it. You can buy like tiles of gingerbread.
It's that big, people actually are working in it.
Yeah, people. Yeah, they've done it. It used to just be a display though. It never used to sell stuff from it. And then I remember, I think in 2018 when we went, they had a gingerbread display in the Contemporary, which was I think like Cinderella and the Castle and stuff. They were selling merch there as well, and ginger, like cakes and stuff that you could buy.
Well, we went to Contemporary Resort because we went to go to the Villains Lair Lounge in Bear Lake Tower, and we actually saw, when we were going to go across the bridge to Bear Lake, they have at Contemporary, what they had, it wasn't like a house, it was like a giant Cinderella castle made out of gingerbread.
That's what I mean, yeah.
But it wasn't 3D, it was flat.
No, it was flat, yeah.
There wasn't anyone selling anything.
Right, yeah, that's what I remember from...
No, there wasn't no one selling anything there. But they do, I mean, like, this is what I'm saying, like, they change it up all the time at all different Disney destinations. You can't know it all. But that's something special that they do. It's just amazing. And the
Christmas music all the time in the hotels.
Yeah, Christmas music. Constantly. And I remember one time we were at Caribbean Beach and it was the changeover. Literally, it was Halloween and the next day was the 1st of November. We went on Halloween to Mickey's very Not So Scary Halloween party. And I remember when we got back to Caribbean Beach, the hotel had already put its Christmas trees up while we were at the Halloween party.
Yeah.
Whilst the parks have a couple of days where they're still doing the Halloween party and then they change it overnight into Christmas in the parks, the hotels changed on 31st of October overnight into Christmas.
Yeah, so you're going to see a bit, even if you go even right at the beginning of November, you're going to see Christmas. Maybe not the full everything on and running, but you'll see something, yeah.
There is actually on Disney Plus, and this isn't a plug for Disney Plus, but there is a documentary about dressing Disney well for the holidays, and it shows you how they do the changeover from Halloween to Christmas overnight. They have a lot of videos of that online. I feel like there's lots of viral videos of them, like as soon as the last guest is in the park and then they're in and they're doing this and they're putting Because when we went to Paris, we were there the day before the Christmas celebration started, and they had the tree boarded up. I mean, you could tell the tree's right at the front when you walk into Main Street, and we went in for the night before to see the fireworks and the show, and they boarded that whole like gazebo area. I was like,
They were waiting until the actual day it started. So yeah, it's different, isn't it, in different parks?
It is, and I don't know if it's that documentary, another one on Disney Plus, and Whoopi Goldberg talks about, if anyone's interested about the gingerbread houses, go find this on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But she does talk about the gingerbread houses, and she talks about the one in the Grand Floridian, does Whoopi Goldberg, and says that she is a tradition herself, likes to go to the Grand Floridian every year because she likes to see the gingerbread house. So maybe she hasn't gone this year. Whoopi Goldberg.
Because she does the candlelight procession, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So she's obviously part of Disney every year, does that kind of tradition. But well, hopefully, say if I'm hoping to go next year around Christmas and see, even though maybe not going in the parks fully, but I will definitely make a trip to Grand Floridian if I can.
And we've not mentioned, like, even at Disney Springs. So, like, at Disney Springs, they do they used to do the Christmas tree thing, like, separately. It was like a separate thing.
This is a real, like, hidden gem. Maybe not hidden, but it is something that you don't
not many people know.
Talk about. Yeah, so, yeah, when I went for 2018.
The Christmas tree trail used to be its own thing. The Christmas shop, do you remember that?
Yeah, that's what it was like when I went in 2018. You went in this, like, and we went.
It's like a walkway.
It was packed. I remember going the first night we got there. I was like, let's just do it now. It was packed, and I was like, this isn't enjoyable. So we went like the next day and did it in the day. And you went and you stopped. You took a picture by this tree. You went and you stopped, and then they changed it. I think after the next year, after that one, they then changed it to them having them around.
The trees are located all around Disney Springs,
and they're basically trees decorated with certain characters. So
an IP.
There's like a cocoa tree or
a haunted mansion tree.
Yeah, that is.
I did take a picture of that one. It had the bride's dress on it and the beating heart.
Yeah, she's like this big bride, like sticking out of the tree, and they've got different. They've got a park one, they've got a Nightmare Before Christmas one, but they're all jotted around.
Zero flies around.
Yeah, I don't know whether you can still like get a map and like stamp them off.
You can get like this leaflet at Disney Springs, and as you're going round, you mark them off as you see them.
Fab.
So that's just something extra fun you can do at Disney Springs.
Disney Springs always has stuff on. They'll have specialty cakes, so they'll have Gideon's will have specialty cookies, Amorette's, the patisserie.
And they're included on the Disney Dining Plan as snack credits as well.
Oh, amazing.
Because we were going and just getting them. I got a snow map. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you, I didn't even eat it. I got it, took it back to the hotel and didn't even eat it.
Did you get it for a picture?
I did get a picture, yeah. But then Disney Springs is great for free entertainment. Like, we went one evening and they've got that stage opposite the World of Disney. They had singers singing Christmas songs.
Oh, nice.
They had stilt walkers. They had people on these like rollerblade things with like glowing outfits, like snowflakes riding around. So
big
like,
Christmas tree there, that's lovely.
Huge Christmas tree there. They have snow.
Right.
Disney Springs has snow coming down as well.
Obviously, that's free to go in and.
Yeah, so if like even if like you're there for 3 weeks even and your Disney 14-day magic tickets run out and you still want a bit of Disney magic for Christmas, you can go down to Disney Springs.
Yeah. Do a bit of shopping, do a bit of food, see the Christmas trees. Yeah. It's great.
I think the other thing to mention though with like Christmas as well at the parks is both Disney and Universal. More so Disney when it's the ticketed event. This speciality food and snacks and drinks. They do a lot of that and it's really tasty. Yeah. But Universal do their own thing as well. But then also with Disney, at the events, Jollywood Nights and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, they have exclusive event merch.
Yeah.
And you cannot buy this merchandise during the day. You can only buy it if you go to the event. So like the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party Spirit jersey, you can only buy that at the party. The Jollywood Nights one.
There's all the Ollie stuff just at the...
You can only buy it if you're at the party. And so say like in Main Street USA in the Emporium, I actually said to a cast member, what time does the merchandise get put out? And they said pretty much when the party starts. And so like 7 p.m, it went out a little bit earlier. But I did say to them, is the only place you can buy it in the Emporium? And they was like, no, there's various places around the park you can buy it, but we have more stock in the Emporium than anywhere. And obviously because of the utility doors down below, it's easier for them to get it up to the Emporium because that's got its own, it's literally, the corridors are below. So we didn't, and the queue to get the merch from the Emporium, oh my God, it was so long. And I do have a little trick. for getting the the party exclusive merch at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and it's basically don't go to the Emporium.
Yeah.
Find one of the other store locations where you know they're going to be selling the merch. Ask the cast members.
It's the same as like the Not So Scary.
There's
the one in Tomorrowland.
There's one in Tomorrowland. There's one in Adventureland. There's one in Fantasyland. And basically, it's all the same stuff.
Yeah.
We got ours from, I think we got ours in Tomorrowland, and we got everything we wanted. And at the end of the party, because we stayed right until the last show, and we waited a bit until the park was quiet to get some good castle photos. The shops will stay open, don't they?
Yeah.
So we went in the Emporium and we looked at the Very Merry Christmas Party area, and everything was there still. Everything's not sold out of anything.
So don't waste your time in the queue.
Don't waste your time in the queue at the Emporium for the merch, because they ain't going to sell out.
Yeah.
Jollywood Nights was different. There was only one location that you could buy. I thought it was going to be in one of the shops as you go in. It's not, and I had to ask a cast member, where do I get my Jollywood Nights spirit jersey, etc. And it was actually, do you know where the Frozen sing-along is?
Yeah.
Behind that, they did like a pop-up shop in a building.
Okay.
And it was in there. And they had like a queuing system.
Right, okay.
But again, there, didn't sell out and out.
No.
I mean, I didn't have to queue to get him. For some reason, when I got there were no queue. I walked straight in. And the queue was long to pay, but this is another tip for anybody listening. You can do mobile checkout at Disney World in the shops.
Yeah, remember them
so
bringing
if
that
you
in.
don't want to queue for merch, because the queue was so long in that Jollywood Nights shop, I was like, I've got stuff I want to do. So I said to the lady, I said, can I do mobile checkout in here? Even though, because it's a pop-up shop. And she's like, yeah, absolutely. So anyway, I brought it up on the Disney World app. I did mobile checkout.
Oh, right.
And that's a big tip for anyone listening. If you're in Disney World and the queues are big for merch, just do mobile checkout.
Yeah. You've got all the tips of cutting time, because you don't like to.
I don't like to wait for anything. I really don't. I can't stand wasting my time queuing for things
it's a good tip,
when I could be doing
because
something
if you can
else.
do it quickly, like if it's quicker. I love mobile order. I'll always do that. And so you might as well. It's precious time there, isn't it? And if you can skip it and stuff, then.
And I got my Jollywood Nights stuff. I got my Jollywood Nights spirit jersey. I got the ears, which I spoke about earlier, where you can take the bow off. I got gingerbread Ollie Christmas decoration, and I got the Miss Piggy and Kermit pin as well. But Universal.
Sorry to cut back to Disney, but do they have like ride overlays in Magic Kingdom? I know Space Mountain have a ride overlay for Christmas. Am I just making that up?
No, they do have a ride overlay, because they have Christmas like coloured lights in there,
and music and stuff.
And I didn't go on it, but I do know that they have Christmas coloured lights in there.
Yeah, that's just like come back in my memory, like.
And obviously the Jungle Cruise is the Jingle Cruise.
That's it. Yes.
So we actually did the Jingle Cruise when we did the key, because I haven't really spoken about the trip I've just been on, but we did the Keys to the Kingdom tour when we were there, and because obviously they take you on 2 attractions as part of that, and one was Haunted Mansion and the other one was the Jingle Cruise. So because the queue was always big for Jingle Cruise, because obviously it's themed, it's an overlay, so I didn't feel the need to do it again after we'd done it on that Keys to the Kingdom tour. But so you got the Jingle Cruise overlay. I don't think anything else has got an overlay, but to be honest with you, when I'm at the Christmas parties, the attractions are not my priority. It's everything else, because that's what you're there for.
Yeah,
some families are like, we're there, the queues are small, let's get the rides done. That's absolutely up to you. Everybody will do the parties differently.
Yeah, I did Tiana's when I went to the Halloween party, just because I hadn't done it yet. So I was like, it's the only time I'm going to Magic Kingdom this trip. Let's just do it, and then you can use it like that.
Well,
but
I'd
there's so
ruined
much
my
to
hair
do.
by Tiana's that day anyway, so
You would.
I weren't going on any other rides. That's pretty much the Disney and Universal Christmas overlays and it's kind of experience that you'd expect.
I mean, it's magical. I mean, you can't. Disney World's magical anyway. If you throw in Christmas, and obviously if you love Christmas,
it's extra magical.
It is super special. They do it so well, and it is. There's nothing like it really.
No.
They don't do. You won't see Christmas trees like that anywhere else.
No.
You won't see it like.
But it's not even just like, I know we've spoken about Epcot, we've spoken about Hollywood Studios, we've spoken about Magic Kingdom. Animal Kingdom as well was dressed for Christmas, and
those little puppets, I've not seen them in real life. Yeah, they're really cute.
the puppets, they start that later as well.
Okay.
They started that when we were on the Disney Destiny, but I have seen those puppets and stuff last time I went for Christmas time at Animal Kingdom. But they did have all the Christmas trees up at Animal Kingdom, the big tree at the entrance, and all in the park. But one thing that listeners might not know as well is that when you're going at that time of year that I was there, it gets darker earlier. And Animal Kingdom, for some reason, always shuts early. And it's been years since I've seen Animal Kingdom at night because it shuts early before the sun sets.
And they
normally.
built Pandora
Pandora's
Avatar.
bioluminescent on a night.
And you never see it because it shuts before
early.
the sun goes down.
Exactly. And they don't do Rivers of Light anymore, which kept the park open late. I loved Rivers of Light, RIP, please bring it back. Because that big area is just doing nothing and they could do something with that. The Tree of Life is fitted with fibre optics to light up and everything. So that particular day we stayed at Animal Kingdom and we did Pandora, Flight of Passage and everything in the evening when it was getting dark so we could see it all light up. It's been years since I've seen it and I forgot how beautiful it is. But then when we were leaving, and this is just something to tell people travelling around that time if it's getting dark and the park's shut, because it shut at 6 and it was dark by that point, because it was getting dark about 4:30, 5 o'clock every night. And this wasn't advertised on My Disney Experience, on the app or anything, but when we were leaving the park, I noticed that loads of people were sat in front of the Tree of Life, and I know that they've done projection shows and stuff on it before, because I've seen them myself when the park used to be open late, and the 50th anniversary, I think they used to do stuff on it as well, and I said to somebody, why is everybody sat down like nothing's advertised? And was like, well, not a cast member, but another guest who was a regular said, sometimes at this time of year, when it's dark and the park's closing, sometimes they will do a projection show on the on the Tree of Life. And they did two. They did a holiday one. And then just like one with the animals.
Yeah. I have seen when they used to advertise. I think it was for the 50th. I have seen that. But it's funny how they don't advertise it or make it a thing.
Maybe it's because it's from what I gathered, this guest was telling me that it's not guaranteed. It just depends if it's dark enough.
Yeah, I guess so.
And so they did it. So that was a nice little treat to see. So if you're ever at Animal Kingdom and it's like shutting at 6 and it's already dark, and you see people hanging around the Tree of Life as you leave and just hang around.
Yeah.
It's worth hanging around 15, 20 minutes.
Is a nice part to a lot of people do Animal Kingdom in the morning, then they cut and run.
Yeah.
So Animal Kingdom is actually a nice one to do second half of the day. Especially
the wait times drop as well.
Yeah, Animal Kingdom, it does get quieter the second half of the day of it. If it'll open.
Get once like the New Americas or whatever it's called, that they're opening with the Coco attraction and the changing dinosaur into
kind of area,
Indiana Jones and stuff. When that all opens, it will be a lot busier. And they've announced, haven't they, as well, they're going to extend Avatar and make like a wave water attraction and stuff. So it will, I think that at that point, Animal Kingdom might start opening later.
Yeah, I think they'll need to.
And I know this isn't Christmas related, but I did go on Dinosaur for the last time.
It shuts just before I get there.
Really?
Next year. Yeah, it shuts like
what date?
End of January.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I'll just, that would have been my last time on it then. Because I'm going in February.
Yeah, well, I'm there just after you, aren't I, in February, and yeah.
So Dinosaur then, that was my last time going on Dinosaur then.
Because end of January. Yeah.
So I obviously go in February, like you, next. So that was man. Do you know what? I don't even know why I bother with it because it frightens me to death. I'm always like, like the photos. So I don't even know why I bother it. It's really scary for me, but
it's
probably scarier
It's
than
one of my
Jurassic Park
favourite rides, dinosaur. I mean, I know this is nothing to do with Christmas, but we're going on to dinosaurs. But yeah, I am gutted. I'm gutted that Kira will be able to go on it, my partner, and yeah.
I mean, technically, when it reopens as Indiana Jones, it's the same track.
It's not the same track. I know we have done Indiana Jones in California, but it's just not the same.
You can just imagine in your head when it's Indiana Jones, well, this is where the Carnotaurus was. Yeah. But yeah. So we're coming to the end of this episode now. Christmas episode, but I just want to finish it off just basically by saying, like I mentioned at the beginning, my first experience of Christmas was Disneyland Paris with my family, and last year me and my family all went to Disneyland Paris again. There was 14 of us, I think, and you know, we had an amazing time, and Christmas is really special for me at Disneyland Paris, especially because of that, because it was my first experience. And I just want to say to anybody who's thinking of going to Disney over Christmas, it is one of the busiest times of the year to go because everybody wants to go there and make memories. So just go with the flow, don't stress. And if you are thinking of going to Disneyland Paris, I think a really good tip to tell everybody is Disneyland Paris, they don't celebrate Christmas on Christmas Day. It's Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So your Christmas dinner meals and stuff are all on Christmas Eve. So we ate in, on Christmas Eve, we ate in Manhattan restaurant.
Okay.
Had like a Christmas style meal in the New York at Marvel. Christmas Day itself, it was busy in the park, but we went in early. We had Auberge de Cinderella and then we went to Waltz for lunch. When we finished, we then went into Disney Village and just sat in Billy Bob's and enjoyed drinks for the rest of the day. But yeah,
we love that.
So Christmas
it is cute. It is cute. I've just come back from a trip, and they have like the Christmas show there with the characters. So similar to the one at the castles, they have Clarabelle, they do the Mariah Carey song and all of that. And
the Christmas show,
the little show,
really good.
Yeah, it's really cute. And they have a really great parade. They light the Christmas
and the parade
tree
lights up as well.
All of that. And the snow on Main Street. They've got some exclusive characters, say like Jack Skellington. You have to be kind of quick with the virtual queues. And yeah, so the trees, I love the tree at Paris. It's got some really cute decorations
Paris
in it.
as well, like the hotels decorate beautifully.
Yeah, the Disneyland Hotel was beautiful. That's the first time I've seen it at Christmas.
I mean, gosh, if I could stay at Disneyland Hotel every time I go to Disneyland Paris, then I would. But unfortunately, budget restraints, no. But Sequoia Lodge, I've said this in the previous episode, is my go-to for Christmas because of the big fires and everything.
Yes, yeah.
Nice and cosy.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, it was a nice like little Christmas fix to get over there.
If anyone listening is thinking of going to Disney or Universal at Christmas, when you ring us and you're getting a quote from us, just ask us like, what would you recommend?
Yeah.
Tell us your budget. We'll work around it. See what we can get. Yeah.
Again, like crowd. A lot of people like it's sometimes restricted to school holidays and things like that, and some people don't want to be away for Christmas, and it does bump up the price. We've looked as a family as like a cruise over Christmas, because again they do the
Christmas time cruises.
Is that what they call Very Merry Time Cruise?
Very Merry Time Cruise or something. Yeah. I have done a couple of those. I've literally just come off the Disney Treasure, and it was a switch over from Halloween to Christmas.
Yeah. And I'd love to do one of that, but it does jump up the price over Christmas. But if you're looking, like the times I've been for Christmas time, it's been that beginning of December, where over my birthday. It does seem a little bit quieter. Obviously, it gets busier every single year as the years go on. But I think if you get that sweet spot between, say, avoiding school holidays, you've just been over Thanksgiving. So I don't know if it was horrendously busy.
Thanksgiving itself in Epic Universe was not particularly busy.
Oh, right. And you thought it would be quite busy, didn't you? Yeah.
I think Magic Kingdom, when I've been in for Thanksgiving before, was really busy where we left.
I think Epic's going to change next year because of the ticket. It's a ticket system this year.
Yeah.
They think it's going to change.
You've got to expect it though. If you're going over the holidays, it's going to be busy.
Yeah, because people choose that time of year to go because there's extra stuff on.
Which again is where you've got to prioritise. What is it you want to do? What don't you want to do? Like me, if you don't want to queue, there's ways and tips and tricks to think about where you can minimise your time queuing for things.
Yeah.
Not necessarily using lightning lanes or anything, but there is ways around it.
Yeah. Because people forget that there's a mobile order. They forget that whole checkout. That's new. I've not done that yet because it was kind of new in the shops. That and you have to obviously have your phone set up correct. But the cast members are there to help. You know, they will help you
I used it last year when I was there in September as well.
Right.
Mobile checkout.
I didn't do Disney September this year. I've not seen it properly in the parks. But yeah, that's good. A good tip.
Good. But wrapping up that holiday season, I hope this episode has given you a lot of warmth and Christmas spirit, and we've inspired you that the holidays at Disney and Universal, it's an amazing experience.
Yeah. Let us know if you're ready for Christmas and
let us know in
what
the comments
your Christmas plans are.
What you're looking for. You're hoping to get a holiday to Disney for Christmas?
Oh yes, my Christmas list is a 14-night Christmas trip. Disney Christmas trip with a cruise. That's all I want for Christmas.
Yeah, well, we'll be telling you in the next episode, because Christmas will have been and gone, what we've got planned for next year.
Yes,
and
exciting
what's
trips.
going on. And just remember, we are open still for a few days before we shut for Christmas. So if you want to give someone that last minute trip to Disneyland Paris as a gift,
we know you're all getting with your family and you're talking about trips, and you just need to get those quotes together and make it happen.
Exactly. And just a polite notice as well, we are going to be closed on the 24th, 23rd. Sorry, we're closing. We close on the 23rd. We are open the 23rd. Yes, that's right.
I think I'm in.
We're open the 23rd. We close the 20. So we're going to be closed the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, and the 28th.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes, we are. Because we reopen on the 29th.
Yes, we're open a little bit just before New Year.
So we're closed for 5 days over Christmas to let us all have a bit of a break with our families. We know you might be eager after Christmas to get those Disney trips booked, or Universal if you've not done so before. But when we reopen, we'll be happy to help. And our next podcast will be the last of this series 1.
I can't believe it.
I know. And we've learnt a lot. And I just want to say, we know on some of the episodes there's been microphone issues and things, but we have learned these things, and going forward, we know what we need to be doing to improve.
Yeah, thanking everyone for watching and supporting.
Yeah, anyone that's watched or listened, thank you so much for your support. It means the world to us. We've been overwhelmed with how many people have actually been watching and listening, honestly, more so than what we ever thought. And it's great because we feel like we're part of a great community of Disney fans, because that's what we are ourselves. Even though it's our jobs to make these dream holidays come true, we are genuinely, truly Disney and Universal fans.
We just want to chat Disney, so
and if you want to be on a future episode, which is in series 2, we'll be filming in January, so if you want to be on a future episode, just email info@everafterholidays.com. And other than that, we just want to say have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas everyone. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thank you for joining us on the Ever Aftercast.
If you've enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe and share the magic. For more Disney and Universal travel inspiration, visit everafterholidays.com or follow us on social media.
You can follow myself, Matty, on Instagram @MattyHappily-Ever-After.
And you can follow me, Laura, @KindOfMagicLaura.
If you want to find daily holiday offers and more, you can also visit facebook.com/everafterholidays or follow our Instagram @eafterholidays.
If you'd like to be a guest on a future episode, or you have any questions you'd like us to answer, please email info@everafterholidays.com.
See you real soon.